Be good. Be very good.
Hey guys, it's me, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is really a great day. I am telling you, when everything gets thrown at you, including the kitchen sink, it's gonna be an amazing day. I have amazing guests on the show, and my next guest is Richard. He is an amazing writer. He's an author. And I absolutely love authors. You know that. And I'm gonna introduce him now to you, Mr. Richard. And how do you say your last name? Is it Tafel?
It's Taffel, the way we
Taffel.
pronounce it here, and
Ah.
Richard Taffel, right?
Richard Taffel, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. And you have your book. My gosh, I absolutely love it when I get people on the show that absolutely love writing. Do you love writing?
No, I don't do a lot of writing. This is the only book I've ever written. It's something that was important to me, and I wanted to get it out, and I did it.
I hear that. I hear that. So, okay, you can control your government, the ballot box. Yes. Yes, that has been controversial in years past. Did it bother you that much that you did have to write this book? I mean, literally speaking, okay, you're casting your vote, you're putting your vote into the ballot box, and all of a sudden you say, I have to write a book about this. When did that happen for you?
Well, it happened about 12 years ago when I first really got going with it, and I'd retired, so I had time to do it
Mm-hmm.
for my work, and it's such an important subject that I felt it important to try to get it done.
Definitely. Wow. So you're focused on returning the power to the average citizen in the democratic process. Is that correct?
Well, fundamentally, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good summary of it.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And how do you envision like ordinary citizen gaining their control over the electives and the electoral votes and all the democratic process?
Well, the way it is now, you have to sort of encourage one of your elected members to get it into a statute or a law within your community. Start perhaps with your village or your township or your the local area. Maybe that would start it, and you try to get them to implement it as a part of the law that will allow the process of getting referenda.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. You
It's
know,
not.
I go ahead.
It's done. There's about
Mm-hmm.
20 states in the U.S. that have a form of referenda, not complete, but a form of it, and it needs to be more completely organized so that it even works federally as well as statewide, and it's but it's something that the book describes the reasons for it and how to do it.
Mm-hmm. What makes you mad about this whole process? I mean, there's got to be something that kind of,
Well, when you
makes you
when you
mad.
reach the age that I have, and I have voted twice in my lifetime on an issue, it shows you how really completely inadequate our system is. And I
Yeah.
doubt if it's any better in your area.
No, no, it's no better. It's no
And
better.
it should be, though. We're supposed to be within a democracy. That's
Mm.
emphasized all the time by our politicians.
Hmm.
Try to point out how valuable our system is, and it's better than some, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be so much better. It's been sort of this way for how many years now? 150,
Tuh.
and hasn't really improved much over that time, and it should,
Yeah.
especially now that we have means of communicating that are so simple and complete. We should be able to implement these means of affecting our opinions
Yeah.
properly and often.
Yeah. So only twice.
Well, yeah, and they're sort of great twice in my life.
Wow. Wow. The two times that you did vote, I'm not asking you who you voted for, what you voted for, whatever. But
No, well, it was an issue which was was introduced by the federal government. So it was not introduced by an individual as
Okay.
mine would have been. At
Mhm.
least it's a little bit better than just having the member of your parliament do everything. And it was effective for the purpose. It got the opinion of the majority of people, and
Mhm.
they pursued the result.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So it's not really necessarily you feeling like as if you need to be a part of the ballot, but that you need to be a part of the issue or maybe the resolution
The
to
process,
encourage people.
the process needs to be a part.
Mhm.
And and as I point out clearly in the book, very clearly, there is one very amazing country that utilizes it in all kinds of ways, often
Mm.
and extremely effectively, and that's Switzerland.
Yeah.
And it's not any reason that it should be so successful because it's surrounded by four big countries. It has four official languages. It doesn't touch the ocean. It has no real resources, and yet it's one of the richest and most forward, successful countries in the world.
Mhm. Yep. Wow.
Some people would say, "Oh, well, that's I don't know how that could work because surely individuals like us are not as smart as an elected representative." But I would say that's complete hogwash because certainly there's lots of common sense among people, which
Yeah.
isn't recognized much, but
Yeah.
it's there just the same. And in lots of ways, more often is it a effective result than just having an individual who might be smart, but it doesn't mean he necessarily knows a lot of the right answers.
Mhm. Yeah. Wow. So the ballot box, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what it is that you want to bring to light. I mean, I know that it should be better, but what would make it better? What would be the one thing that you think that would make it better that you've described in your book?
Well, it'd be part of the law of your area, whether it be your community, your state, your country. That part of the laws are that you can effect referenda, and it describes how it can be done. The wording of it is something that would be scrutinized by some director somewhere or another to make sure it's correct and safe and fits the powers of your particular community.
Mhm.
And then you put it on the ballot. When the balloting time for electing your officials happens, there'd also be some questions, some referenda, some issues, and you would give your opinion, yes or no, on those issues. And if it's a majority or a majority would always prevail, and the government in power would have to implement whatever the people did pass.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's
Would
quite a
that make you would that make you go vote more?
well, it would probably actually because there's yes a lot more direct issues that you can make yourself a part of
Mhm.
instead of just voting for a person and not knowing anything about how he's going to vote on issues that come up over the next 4 years or so. You can effectuate these decisions yourself. And if the majority agree with you, that will become law.
Mhm. Mm. Mm. You know, with everything that's going on today, the ballot box, all of the voting mishaps and the miscounts and everything, does your book really help other people understand the process and why it is important for them to vote? Or does it explain why it should be changed so that it would be important for them to vote?
Well, I think the book is simple. I don't have a complicated manner of communication, and it's a simple. These issues are quite simple to understand, and it follows the example of a country that utilizes them well and describes how and how to do it. It's something that just need one or two people that can get to their member of their parliament, of their constituency, and say, look, why don't you get the other members to go along with this? Because this is democracy emphasized. And if
Yeah.
that guy should do that, and he would be well accepted and well received as a result. And mind you, some of his local members might not like it because they like the power. Isn't that
Mm,
true?
that is true.
They like power, and that's an issue that isn't important to most of us because we have none, and we would only get a little bit of it to the extent that others agree with us. But at least it gives a chance to get what the majority of people want to have happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That, you know what? I never thought about writing a book about the ballot process and also Switzerland. I mean, I knew about it. I knew about Switzerland's government. I know it works perfectly fine. And then they have their issues that actually get resolved. You know, they actually get resolved. It's an amazing thing. And we
Well,
definitely need to kind of beef up ours. Is there anything that we've missed today that you would like to say about your book, about the process?
I think people should buy the book, and it only costs about $10 from uh, Amazon, and they would read it and get the full. It's not long; it's 100 pages. It describes the system. It describes why it should work and how. And then if you get one or two people with a bit of energy and initiative, it could be a great improvement in the system, which right now is not working at all well.
No, it's
Certainly
not.
in the United States and in Canada too. We
Hmm.
all realize how imperfect and inappropriate some of the things that are done to us is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Well, I want to thank you, Richard, for being on the show. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your passion about getting this right. Because if one country can do it, then we can do it too. Hello.
Well, that's a very good point. A very good point. Why can't we do it? So, well, hopefully you'll get one of the books, and because you're so great, a lot more visibility to the world than I am, maybe you can get it going.
That would
Okay.
be nice. I would definitely look into that and
Only
see if
costs
we can
ten
do
bucks,
that.
I think.
Yeah, it's like $10.49 or something like that. It's not that hard. It's not that much. Definitely good. Definitely something we can probably do. Let's look into that. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and post them below or to the next or wherever you may be watching. I'm going to put the link in the description so that it'll be easy for you guys to find that book as well. We need to change our policies. We need to make it right so that everything that we do and say counts and that we get the right people in office. Definitely. Am I right, Mr. Richard?
Well, I hope so. You certainly have much more influence than I do, and you should utilize it, and not just to become popular, but because you're popular and effective, use that ability and get improvements in the society that you could do that.
I thank you so much that you think that I'm like that, and I always try to help and always try to use my influence in a positive manner. So yeah, this is definitely something that
Don't forget
will
to get
benefit
the book
everybody.
and read it. It only takes about an hour to read.
Definitely, definitely, and we're gonna put that link in the description so that you guys will find it easily. Okay,
I
Mr.
hope.
Richard, thank you so much for being on the show.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And don't forget to go over there and hop on over there and check out this book for yourself. Okay. And then, I'm going to let you know that you can control your governments. Yes, you can. And we need to get it right. Hello. We need to get it right. And until next time, guys, don't forget to dare to be different. Bye. Thank you for watching.